Hello everybody, and today I'm excited to be bringing you my first ever non-PDQ touchless experience. We are back at Caltex Rimutaka, where they've just had a brand new touchless car wash installed, replacing the Laser Wash 4000 that was removed at the beginning of this year. The new car wash has been in operation only for around a week, and it is an Istobal tracer, only the second Istobal tracer to be installed in New Zealand, and the first to be installed at a petrol station here. The other one's been around for a few years down in Queenstown on the South Island at a private wash site down there. Now I'm a little bit off put by the ticket price. The top wash is $23, which that's combi wash territory in terms of pricing, or BP pricing even, and I'm a little bit put off by the price considering it is only a touchless wash, but I've never been through a tracer before, so that might turn out to be surprisingly good, but we will see how this goes. It's got a completely renovated wash bay as well, so this is going to be quite exciting. But yeah, so now, I don't really know what to expect. The tracer, it's a fairly new machine on the market. It's only been around a few years, and there's not that many of them around because they're not the most popular touchless machines. And I think as a result of that, there's not that many videos of them, like proper full detailed videos of them on YouTube. So I don't really know what to expect. And I've seen a few videos of some good tracers, some bad tracers. So we'll go and see what it's all about, and we will go and have a look. Alright, so we will just now head over to the wash bay, and I've just realised that I've put the ticket in my pocket, which is not the best place to have it. Now, interestingly enough, this petrol station actually, as far as I'm aware, isn't actually going to stay a Caltex. You see, Caltex New Zealand, the New Zealand Caltex brand, is owned and operated now by Z Energy. And so I've been told that this petrol station is actually going to become a Z Energy around the end of this year, in about 6 months' time. So very, very interesting that they've gone for another touchless wash with the tracer, considering that it's going to be transitioning to Z. We've got a freshly repainted wash bay, new code box. Now, I don't know what that thing is on the floor. I'm beginning to wonder if that's supposed to be an undercarriage wash that might be getting added in at some point. Right, and I am definitely going to have to get out to reach a code box. I like these Istobal code boxes. They look nice, but my God, they're not easy to reach because they lean backwards a bit. This is the only problem with them. Right. Okay. And the only other thing I will say is that these machines, now there's no pre-rinse as we come in. There's no side blast, which is disappointing. A PDQ would have got us that. And there's only a tiny little LED sign there. There we go, let's stop. Okay, a blue light has come on up there. Now there's a brand new wash bay door on this, which I'm assuming will come down at some point. Yep, here it comes. They actually decided to replace the old wash bay door with a new one in orange. Probably orange because of when it becomes a Z eventually. This is going to be cool. The new white walls in here mean we get a bit more, means it feels a bit brighter in here now. It doesn't feel so dark. You can see the wash arm moving there. Now, I will say with the tracer, the design doesn't look the most up to date because they still use a wash arm that has foam on it rather than plastic like counterparts, but from America. Now, I will apologise, there is a bit of muck on the inside of my windscreen. I've tried to clean it off. I don't really have the stuff here with me to do it, so the windscreen may not be the best way to tell what this is like. You can see some big dryers up there. I am still recovering from a cold. So, actually, this new wash bay door is quite nice because it's got some windows in it, so that's letting some light through, which is quite nice. Yeah, kind of missed a little bit there, which is kind of disappointing. According to the board, to the sign inside, this is supposed to be a 10-minute wash cycle. But the only thing, because what I have seen from videos of tracers, they don't seem to have quite as much glitz and glamour as some of the American-made wash systems. So you don't generally get as many bright lights, or, you know, you don't necessarily get all of the fancy things like, you know, like foam curtains and that. But we'll see how it goes, whether sheer cleaning power will do it any favours. Okay, that's quite nice. I do find, though, that these Istobal tracers seem to move a bit slower than the PDQs I've seen. Because the only other touchless washes I've been in are PDQs, because they're the only other touchless washes we have in Wellington, because all the Ryco radiuses are down on the South Island, and none of the Wash World razors we have in NZ are anywhere near me. So I haven't really been in any other touchless wash brands, as it were, to compare with. Oh, here we come. I like the red wash arm. That's kind of the standard. You can have different colours with Istobal. The design of that and the canopy is quite highly customisable, but the standard for Istobal is this. White with a red wash arm is kind of the standard. I'm assuming we're going high pressure now, are we? Yep. There we go. Yeah, it's quite smooth. I like it. Not too noisy. But that doesn't sound good, especially not on a brand new machine. Oh, wow. Okay, so I said there was no foam curtain on this wash. I take that back. Wow, they've actually fit... This is the first time I've ever seen infinite mousse on an Istobal tracer. I didn't know they offered this on the tracer. Well, that is a very nice surprise. Wow. My first infinite mousse experience. Okay, we're getting on the right hand side, not so good on the left, but that is awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, it's started to come down on the left now. Not so much on the passenger side window. Okay, we're getting it sort of rinsed. I had no idea that this was even an option on the tracer. That's good. I have to admit, when I saw the machine, I came up here last Saturday and the machine was finished, but it wasn't operating. And I saw that little bit up there and I did think it looks like it could be an infinite mousse applicator. Because I'd never seen it on the tracer before, I didn't know it was an option. Oh, triple foam. Well, is it triple foam really? Nah. No, it's an equivalent of triple foam. I tend to find it's quite common in this country for the owners of car washes, particularly at petrol stations, to not actually use the triple foam in the machine. And they just put in an equivalent replacement product. I know Mobile do that all the time. Just because a machine's got triple foam applicators doesn't mean that that's what's actually being pumped through it. It looks a little bit bluish, but that's only because of those blue LED lights up there. I'm guessing this is going to go to more high pressure now. Yep. This, as it turns out, is a very cool machine. And Istobal has been, for a few years now, one of my favourite manufacturers when it comes to brush and combi washes. And I'm definitely pleased to say that their first ever entry into the sort of overhead style touchless wash is definitely living up to my expectations of Istobal. Because this is the only sort of overhead L-arm type touchless machine to come out of Europe. Pretty much all of the equivalent machines of this style are American. And then obviously Istobal in recent years have been trying to push into the US market, and so they came up with the Tracer. It's actually, its full name is the OH1 Tracer. OH just meaning overhead. Oh, I'm not sure, is it OH1 Tracer or Tracer OH1? Doesn't really matter. Generally, the branding is generally just Tracer. So I definitely would not be disappointed to see more of these in the future. I mean, I like the PDQ laser washes, but when you've seen as many laser washes as I have, you do start to get bored of them after a little while, and you start to think, oh, not another laser wash. So it's nice to have a different company's machine installed in the Wellington region. I'm assuming we're going to go to the drying now, so we shall see how good the drying is. Must be quite powerful. I can see the door shaking. That is quite powerful. There's leaves and stuff being blown all over the place, because of course there's no door at the back. I think I've said in the past that a lot of touchless car washes have wash bay doors to stop water being sprayed out onto the road. That's not the case here, because the road is over there on the other side of the shop. I believe in this case the wash bay door is here for noise, because there's houses over there. Just on the other side of that fence is houses. So I believe that the wash bay door is here to try and curb the noise. The drying's passing quite quick now, but I don't know, do we get a second pass? No, we don't. I didn't know if this would be like the MX22 combi washes. Okay, it's all finished. That's not too bad, that's quite good. Just get the seatbelt on, and then we'll start up the engines. There we go. And out we come. That was fun, and that was very good, and I was definitely pleased with that. So I definitely think on terms of a wash quality and an experience, it's definitely up there, and I think it's a worthy competitor to the laser wash. I don't think it's worth the $23 it cost, but I don't know whether that is just a reflection of the general trend of car washes in general are starting to get more expensive over here. I think the only petrol station company that isn't really pushing their prices up is Mobile. They still are sort of sitting around the 17-18 mark on their laser washes and their MX22s. So I am a little bit puzzled as to why a touchless wash is being sold for $23, but I guess you could make the argument and say that in this part of Upper Hutt it is the only car wash. So for people who live in this area, this is the only car wash. So if this is their local car wash, they're gonna pay it. And the only brush car wash in the area in Upper Hutt is at BP, and you pay exactly the same price there. In fact, you pay about 25 there because it's had the Silverlight upgrade. But I think it'll be interesting to see this place transition to Z, because the only other car wash in like the Upper Hutt city area is another Caltex, and that's got a Laser Wash 360. And then obviously if you drive down to Silverstream, which is a bit further down, sort of at the bottom of Upper Hutt, there you've got the Laser Wash 360 Plus, another touchless. So there's a lot of touchless in this area, and I think it would be interesting to see one of the two Caltexes transition to Z. Then you'll have all four brands operating car washes in Upper Hutt, because Z currently doesn't operate a car wash in Upper Hutt. They've only got one petrol station, I think, in Upper Hutt, and it's too small to have a car wash. But anyway, that was my first Tracer experience, and that was really good fun. I enjoyed that, and yeah, so thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.